Good morning, everyone. It's Travis Longman here with you on the Manitoba Sports Network as we bring you live coverage of the bronze medal game at the AA High School Provincial Championships. This morning's contest is between the Glenboro Carberry Balder Wildcats, Killarney Wawanesa Raiders. And we want to thank Get Empowered and My Phone, our official communications provider. For cell phones, iPads, and more, contact your authorized TELUS dealer today. You won't be sorry that you did. Tonight's game between the Killarney Wawanesa Raiders and the Glenboro Carberry Balder. Can't forget about Balder there either. There's some big guys from Balder on this team. Wildcats, brought to you by Case Financial. The first period is brought to you by Pembina Valley Physiotherapy and Sports Injury. I will be joined alongside Dylan Smith momentarily, I believe. So we're going to take a moment to introduce you to the roster. For the Wildcats, number 1 is Ramsey, I can't even read my own writing. 4 is Vanchi, 5 Adrianson, 6 Williamson, 7's Johnson, 8 is Everett, 9's McConnell, 11 Atkin, 12 is Coates, 13 is DeFrat, 14 Jansons, 15 Fiskgold, 16 Johnston, 17 Creasy, 18 the AP Sattler, 19 McCullough, 20 Bjornson, 30 is Lockhart. And we're about to get underway here. Killarney lined up. Killarney Wawanesa and the looking like Tigers today with the orange and black and white. And for Glenboro, the Wildcats, they are in their familiar attire of red and black. And the fans are pumping them up, getting their hearts kick-started with Motley Crue blasting over the loudspeakers. 60 minutes to go here in the bronze medal game. It is one game. Winner takes the bronze medal. Loser gets a participation ribbon. I don't even think they get that. They just can leave town, I guess, unless it's Killarney. Then they can stay in town. But for the hometown, they're hoping they can keep the bronze medal. Not the gold they wanted, but I'm sure they wouldn't be disappointed with a bronze medal. Klein's on the ice alongside Lehnert. Face-off between McConnell and Lehnert. And it is Wildcat puck. And the puck goes into the mesh. Just 8 seconds in and the face-off's coming down. And we already have a whistle. McConnell's lining up to take the face-off. He's facing off. Face-off's won and the Raiders get it away. It's Klein. Johnson keeps it in. Johnson to Johnson. McConnell. Backhand feed. He lets a shot go. And we have an early goal here. Just beating him through the 5-hole was number 17, I believe it was. Creasy. Creasy puts his team on the board early here. 1-0 in favor of the Wildcats. I did not see that one coming. That was Johnson. Not Creasy, as I said there. That goal was brought to you by Get Empowered, our official communications provider. For cell phones, iPads, and more, contact your authorized TELUS dealer today. GetEmpowered.ca. You won't be sorry that you did. Action carrying on as the two teams battle along the end boards. And Killarney tries to even up this contest, but to no avail. That was Hartwig with the scoring chance there. And the puck goes down the ice for icing. Between the pipes this morning, soon to be afternoon, in an hour it'll be afternoon, is Vandenberg. Vandenberg stood on his head in yesterday's contest, but unfortunately he should have stood on another body part, and his team lost 7-2. And 22 comes away with it there for the Wildcats. He's pinned along the end boards. Still fighting for it. Oh, a scoring chance there, but that was kept out there by number 30 in net, Lockhart. I actually ran into Lockhart in Subway yesterday after the contest, and he said he's looking forward to this morning's contest. Johnson has it. He's pinned along the boards there by the Killarney defender, Miller, and the puck goes to the point. That was Klein. Miller tried to get a stick on it to redirect it, but Lockhart was locked in on that one. Battle of 17s here. And it is the Raiders that come away with it. Johnson, however, takes it back, and he gets it ahead. Moves it up, and it's sent down the ice, number 18. Vandenberg's out to play it. He gets it to his man, but, he just gets by the defender. A little dipsy-doodle there, and he dipsy-doodled when he should have dipsy-doddled there, and it's offside. 18:03 remaining here in the first period. Still 1-0 in favor of the Glenboro Carberry Boulder Wildcats as the faceoff comes up. It is Lehnert facing off against McConnell, and McConnell wins it back to big number 22, who tries to get it over to Phillips. Williamson, rather. Sent down the ice. And it's Shalowski. He carries it in. The backhand, and it's Klein, who brings it in, but he's upended by number 22. Back to the point. He lets a shot go. Handled relatively easily there. 17:36 to go here in the first period. 1-0 in favor of the Wildcats. Face-offs coming down in front of Lockhart. And taking the draw will be Lehnert, and he'll be facing off against Coates. Coates wins the draw back and sent down the ice. It's Everett. Everett looking to get it out, and he is able to do so, but not too far. That's stopped at the red line. A big hit there, and here come the Wildcats the other way. Just a bit offside here. Face-off's coming up. It's Coates taking it up. And it's won by the Raiders. Moves it over to number 18, who sends it down the ice, but quickly taken back by the Wildcats. Battle for it, and it's Coates backhands it again, and that is offside. 17:04 remaining here in the first period. Still 1-0 in favor of the Wildcats. Face-off is possessed by the Wildcats, and it's big number 22 sends it down the ice and just gets over the red line to avoid the icing there. And the Wildcats backhanded in, but it's quickly tried to get out, but there's a battle along the sideboards here. Falling is the Killarney player, number 18. It's Dolomont gets it down. It's taken by the Wildcats. Here's Dolomont again in the slot. He lets a shot go and stopped. Big save there for the netminder Lockhart. He was locked in on that one. As AC/DC cranks over the stereo the surround system here in the Shamrock Center. Beautiful building, I might add. Johnson backhands it. Adrianson sends it along the boards. Kept in there. It's Miller. He lets a shot go, and that goes wide. Klein puts it on net, and that hits the foot in front. Hits the foot of Durock. And down the ice, it's McConnell. McConnell stopped at the red line. Knocked in. And the puck does not get all the way down to the netminder. Raiders look to regroup here, sending it down the ice. Down the ice it goes. 15:47 to go here in the first period. Still 1-0 in favor of the Wildcats. They're back in black. McConnell taking the face off. He wins it. He gets a shot go. That was number 17, Lockhart. Creasy, rather. McConnell takes a bump but gets the puck. Durock moves it over. Miller trying to get it in. Unable to do so. And it's Johnson. McConnell in. He looks to send it over to Creasy, but pass broken up. McConnell sent down the ice. It hit a zebra and went back offside. 15:17 to go here in the first period. Still 1-0 for the Wildcats. Leinart's facing off against Coates here. And it's won by the Wildcats, who send it down the ice. And going for it is Schul. Schul looks to get it to his partner. Unable to do so, and it's broken up by Everett. Everett has it behind the net. He loses it. It's Coates in there battling for it against 3 Raider defenders. Schul gets it in front, but that's broken up, and a great save there by Vandenberg. Vandenberg showing a little English on that one to rob him. Coates wins it back to big number 22. He lets a shot go, and that goes wide. He has it behind his net. Kept in there. Big play there. Coates has it. And he falls. Leinart gets it over. And the Raiders come down the ice. It's Klein after it, doing battle against 22. Kept in. Hits the leg. And backhand, and that goes wide. That did not miss by much. Gets it back to the point. He lets a shot go. That's stopped. Big opportunity there created by Scheer, but Lockhart was even greater on that opportunity. 14-19 remaining here in the first period. It remains a 1-goal deficit for the Raiders. They look to answer back with their Tiger stripes. Puck is won. That did not miss by much. He puts it back on net. Battling for it. Sends it back in. It's Adrianson. He sends it down the ice, and will that be enough for icing? No, one of the officials says no, that will not be icing. Sure enough, it was not. Stopped by Vandenberg. Face-off's coming to the left of Vandenberg. Not sure what they're discussing here. Maybe post-game plans. McCullough wins it. He lets a shot go. That goes wide. Kept in there. The backhand. He sends it down the ice. And we'll do it all over again. 13:46 remaining here in the first period. It remains a 1-0 Raider. The Raiders are trailing the Wildcats 1-0. McConnell taking the face off. He wins it back. Lets a shot go. Was Johnston. Had to be sharp to make that save. Vandenberg did. And it's Johnston again. He puts it on net. Right into the chest of Vandenberg. Vandenberg was sharp on that one. McConnell stays out here, as do the rest of the Wildcats, but the Raiders will make a change on the ice. McConnell loses the draw. Taken. Sent into the boards. That was a big hit. But the Raiders still come away with it. It's Miller. Miller Looking for number 22, Kootenay. Big hit there. Johnson was taken hard into the stanchion, but he gets right back up there. McConnell in after it, but the Raiders take it away. Sends it down the ice, unable to find the pass. Was Kootenay. Adrianson, big hit there. The Raiders have a chance, but unable to hit the tape. It's Klein in. Klein looking to get something started here. It's back to the point, broken up by Johnson, and a big play there by Forsyth to break it up. Raiders have it. They send it down the ice. It is number 17, Creasy, who sends it down. Vandenberg's out to play it. Moves it up to Miller. Miller looking to try to get it down the ice. Sends it. It's Klein in. Klein looking to get by the defender. His number 20 nemesis on the other team, but unable to do so. Big defensive play there. Big defensive play there by Bjornsson. Coates looking for it. Bjornsson moves it out to the neutral zone, and it's Coates breaking through the neutral zone, looking to get something going for his boys. Brings it behind the net, and there's big pressure there by number 6. Number 6 is Phillips. Sent ahead. It's Klein. Klein looking to get by Bjornsson. Big play there by Bjornsson. Able to break up that potential scoring chance. Everett in there. Gets it. Bjornsson has it behind his net. Bjornsson moves it ahead, hits the glass, and that goes all the way down the ice, but it will not be icing. Vandenberg plays at the backhand. And the Raiders bring it up the ice, but they get it ahead. It's Klein. Klein moves it ahead. That was very close to being offside, but good play there by the Raiders to stay onside. The two teams battle along the sideboards. It's Adrianson who's able to get it ahead behind his own net. Johnston moves it up ahead, and that will be icing. 11:07 to go here in the first period. It remains a 1-0 Wildcat lead. The Wildcats are leading 1-0. Dolamont. We'll score that draw and tie. The Raiders get the chance, but big play there by the Wildcats. As the Raiders look to get something set up here. Hartwig gets it over, and that hit the post. Hit the post, but was not a home team bounce here for the Raiders. The backhand gobbled up nicely like Thanksgiving turkey by Lockhart. 10:48 to go here in the first period. 1-0 in favor of the Wildcats. Hartwig's facing off against McConnell. McConnell wins it back. And Wildcats have it. They send it. It's broken up in the neutral zone. And you had to be awake there if you were in the penalty box. Hasn't been a penalty in the early going as the refs are letting both teams play. Been a fairly good flow to the early going in this contest. Leinart. Correction, that was Lockhart. Sends it down the ice into the crease, and Johnson's back to get it. Miller's doing battle. Puck is loose. Nobody has possession of it. Looks to duck away from that check. Retaliation there, but no call. Refs are letting them play, as I said. The backhand. And the puck is pinned up against the sideboards here. Moves it back. Johnson moves it down the ice. McConnell was the intended target. And he found the puck, but he sends it down behind the net. Here come the Raiders. Moves it ahead. It's Klein. Klein. Oh, he had no idea the puck was so close to him. And back the other way come the Wildcats on net. Johnson shoots. Big save there by Vandenberg. Since letting one of the first few shots in, Vandenberg has been on top of his game to keep the contest at 1-0 in favor of the Wildcats. Coates is facing off, looking to win the draw against. And Coates does win it back. He lets a shot go. Taking it off the chest was Vandenberg, the netminder. And here gets it over. Possible 2-on-1, the other break. It is Klein, poked off the stick of it. Big play there by Adrianson. And Coates is back the other way, and we have our first delayed penalty of the game. It will be the Wildcats heading to the box. Correction, it is the Raiders heading to the box. It is Klein. 2 minutes or less at 9:15 to go here in the first period. This penalty kill is brought to you by Pembina Valley Chrysler, and the power play is brought to you by GT Hockey, gtperformancehockey.com. Camden Klein, 2 minutes for Neen, and the Raiders have a big kill here. Johnston has it in his own end. He moves it ahead, looking for Adrianson, unable to find anyone. Johnston has it back, though. He's circling in his own end. Johnston moves it through the neutral zone, and here it comes into Raider territory. He moves it in front, the shot, and that goes high, but that did not miss by much. Had to be sharp there, as breaking in was the defender Vanchi, trying to make the Raiders pay for taking the penalty. McConnell's lining up to take the face-off, looking to neutral zone face-off. He wins it back. Adrianson passes it over to Johnson. Johnston, once again, trying to look like Bobby Orr here, but he's sent into the boards. Sent down the ice, and good penalty kill here so far. Lockhart has it, out to play it. The pass is back. Johnston circles behind his net, breaks away. Going through the neutral zone, trying to do it all himself. He gets by one defender, but loses control. Vandenberg covers up. 52 seconds to go here in the first. It's the first penalty of the first period. The power play only has 52 seconds left, and McConnell looking to get something started for his Raiders. Wildcats, rather. Gets it back. Over. Johnson lets a shot go. No idea where it is. Vandenberg sees it in front of him, but it's in the pile. It's in the scramble. And the ref decides enough of that, and he blows his whistle. They sure like their nickel back here. 7:56 to go here in the first period. 1-0 for the Wildcats as McConnell sends it down the ice to the Raiders. Out to get it is Lockhart, who leaves it for Bjarnson. Bjarnson sends it behind his own net to number 22 there. 22 back to Bjarnson. Bjarnson back ahead. The Wildcats send it back. It's Bjarnson. They're playing keep away now. Bjarnson back ahead. The give and go here. Coming in. Lucky to not get smoked there. 10 seconds remain on the power play. 7:21 remaining here in the first period. It remains 1-0 for the Wildcats. Just 6 seconds to go here in the power play for the Wildcats. For the penalty kill for the Raiders. Coates wins it back to Bjarnson. Bjarnson has it at neutral zone. Everett passes it over. And the penalized players back on the ice here. Forsyth sends it down the ice out of harm's way. Not to be confused with Harms, the backup goaltender today for the Wildcats. Raiders send it down the boards. And here come the Raiders. Coming in behind Lockhart. There's a battle behind the net. Tries to get it in front. The slapper. Big save there by Lockhart. He did well to kick that one aside. It's kept in. More pressure here for the Killarney Raiders. Killarney Wawanesa Raiders. We cannot forget about Wawanesa. Coates has it. Passes it up. It's Everett unable to get it in. It's Klein has it at his own blue line, but intercepted by Coates, who falls. Sends it down the ice, but broken up at the bench. Crowd's clamoring for too many men here with 6 minutes to go here, but the refs not listening to the crowd here. They have their own game to focus on. Sends it down the ice. That's out of their zone. And it's Klein trying to get it. Kept in there by Leonard. Over. Klein in the slot. He lets a backhand shot go, and that goes wide. Puck goes down the ice. Back to get it is Schul. Schul trying to set something up here. Down the ice. Broken up by Johnson for the Wildcats. McCullough going to the corner to try to get it and unable to come away with it as Schul has it behind his own net. Schul moves it ahead. Klein banks it off the glass and out. Up ahead. It's Johnson. Johnson in, trying to get around the defender. Schul, another big solid play here. Kept in there by number 22, but not for long. Back the other way, it's Klein. In, he lets a shot go. That's stopped by Lockhart. Lockhart has been locked in the early going of this contest. Oh, big turnover there, but the Killarney trying to make it. The shot, and the shot goes wide. Big save there, kicked aside there by Vandenberg. Here comes Shilowski. Shilowski, big interference penalty coming up here for one of the most valuable defenders for the Glenborough Carberry Boulder Wildcats, number 16, Johnston. He played a whale of a game yesterday, but in a losing cause. .422 here to go here in the first period as we have a neutral zone face-off. This penalty kill is brought to you by Pembina Valley Chrysler, and the power play is brought to you by GT Hockey, GTPerformanceHockey.com. Zebras are finally getting it right here, and they're moving it down into the Wildcat territory, but they appear to still be having a discussion. Apparently, okay, we're here, we're playing, and the Raiders bring it in. Klein battling for it. Hartwig looking to set something up. Over, he fans on it. Thought he broke his stick, but no, it appears to be in one piece. Raiders have it. It's Hartwig. Hartwig puts it on net, and that goes wide. Back. It's Corey did not miss the net by much there. Lockhart back to Corey. Corey has it. He puts it on net. Lockhart was locked in on that one, and he makes the save just as he's done on all the shots he's faced in the early going of this contest. 3:38 to go here in the first period. It remains a 1-0 Wildcat lead, but it is a man advantage for the Raiders, who are looking to tie the contest during the opening stanza. Gets it back. Miller has it at the point. He's losing control of it, but he did not lose control of it. Like McConnell lost control of his helmet, and then he has to go off. Up ahead, it's number 15 for the Raiders, Dolomont. Back, Miller, Dolomont Dolomont looking to get something going. Back to Miller. Dolomont. Miller. Back to the point. That goes off the end glass. Klein back to the point. It's Shilowski. Back to Klein. Klein moving in. He lets a shot go. That goes off the netminder and wide. Goes awkwardly into the boards there, but he is able to get up. There's a scramble along the side boards. Coming away with it are the Raiders. Passes off Lockhart. He lets a shot go, and that is stopped by the other Lockhart. There's two Lockharts in this contest. Number 30 is the netminder for the Wildcats, and number 17 for the Raiders. I'm not sure of their genetics. I'm not sure if they're related. We have a penalty coming up. It will be a 2-man advantage. The captain's going off. Correction, he was already off. It's Williamson, another valuable member of this Wildcat team. This power play is brought to you by GT Hockey, gtperformancehockey.com, while the penalty kill's brought to you by Pembina Valley Chrysler. 2:41 to go here. Oh, it's a 4-minute penalty. Even more opportunity for the Raiders to get back on even terms before 20 minutes is up. Moves it over. He lets a shot go. That's handled by Lockhart. A little whistle happy there, and the Raiders are not happy with this one. That could have been a potential game-tying goal, but the Zebra was like, no way. Whistle's blowing. Leinart gets it, and the shot by Klein. Handled by Lockhart. 2:28 to go here. 7 seconds remaining on the 2-minute advantage. 3:47 remaining for the other penalty. He lets a backhand go. Loose in front. Can't find the handle on his stick. Setting up. Klein. It was tipped by number 10, Corey, and we have a tied contest here at 1 goal apiece. 2:15 remaining. Corey at 2:15 to go in the first period on the power play. The scorekeepers have it wrong. The penalty stays on. Yes, good job, Mr. Scorekeepers. Good correction. Corey evens up the contest. The player stays in the box. It remains a 5-on-4 game. 5-on-4 advantage for the Raiders, that is. And here's Klein in. It was Klein with the goal, and I thought maybe Corey got his stick on it, but Mr. PA announcer was kindly enough to say I was wrong, and the crowd's back into it. Miller has it, moves it over. This penalty's really energized the building. Sends it down the ice very wisely. And it's Vandenberg. He has it in his own end. Tries to get it over to a Raider player. Lockhart is able to do so. Leinart, rather. Vandenberg leaves it for Shadlowski. Shadlowski has it behind his own end. Shadlowski has to be careful with it. Coates is putting pressure on him, but unable to come away with it, and it's the Raiders. Shadlowski has it checked into the boards. Couple good checks here, and we have a penalty coming up. I believe it will be Shadlowski for cross-checking. It will be a 4-on-4 for a minute and 6 seconds, and then the Wildcats will enjoy a quick 54-second power play. McConnell looking to win the face-off, get something started here. But it's the Raiders that come away with it through the neutral zone. And Klein coming in, he shoots, and he had no idea where that was after, but did well to get his body in front of it. Klein has it. He tries to move it ahead, but that's broken up. Bjornsson and Miller have it pinned along the end boards very well here. Moved ahead, it hits the top of the boards, and Miller keeps it in. Miller gets it back to the point. It is Klein. He lets a shot go, the howitzer. But Lockhart was locked in here. 43.5 seconds remaining here in the first period. We are still knotted up at 1 goal apiece. It is Travis Longman here bringing on you the broadcast of this bronze medal game. It's been a fairly good flow to the contest so far. McConnell wins it back as Forsyth, who tries to put it on net, but that's blocked. And Johnston appears to be hurting here, but Johnson, number 7, checked into the boards. Johnston, number 16, sends it down the ice. And here come the Raiders the other way, trying to get something going here with, well, it's still 4-on-4. Hartwig's taken hard into the boards there by Adrianson. He's trying to do it all here. Found out yesterday he's a potato farmer, and he lets a shot go. Getting back to my thought there about the potato farmer, you have to be pretty hard working to be a potato farmer, and his hard work carrying the ice. And the Wildcats will have the man advantage right now. This power play is brought to you by GT Hockey, GTPerformanceHockey.com. But it is the Raiders with the early shot. Sent down the ice. McConnell unable to get it out as that took a hometown bounce. After 20 minutes, we are knotted up at 1 goal apiece. Thank you for watching. Exciting first period action on the Manitoba Sports Network. Period 1 was brought to you by Pembina Valley Physiotherapy and Sports Injury.
clock in your seconds, so I set your volume. Oh, your mic.
Check, check.
Is it on? Yep. Start out.
Check, check.
There we go. Thanks, buddy.
And we're back for exciting second period action between the Glenboro Carberry Boulder Wildcats and the Killarney Wawanesa Raiders. Now, it was just me talking in the first period, but I do have a color guy this period. It is number 11 in your program, number 1 in your hearts, Jory Aitken for the Wildcats. He's not playing today, but we are lucky enough to have him in the booth. I want to recap the scoring summary before we begin the second period. The Wildcats got on the board first, and then the Raiders answered. That's a very, very, very quick recap as we begin the action. It is Johnston. He circles around in his own end. Moves it ahead. Looking for... Unable to find him, though. It's Klein. Rifles it off the boards. Kept in. No, unable to do so. I don't think anyone could have kept that in. Killarney has it up ahead. Quickly pinned back there. Johnston. Now, what do you have to say about the play of Johnston? He's been lights out all tournament.
I think he's a very offensive player. Tries to rush the puck a lot. He has some pinches that...
Speaking of... Oh, no! Attention! Pinched and banged in there. Johnson, not Johnston. Giving the Wildcats a 2-1 lead. Big goal here in the early going. Face-off's coming up at center ice here. Coates and doing battle. Klein sends it down the ice, and it's Hartwig. Pinned along the boards, trying to kick it out.
Scorer number 7, Dave Johnson. Assistant number 9 is Zane McConnell, and number 16, Matt Johnston.
Johnson from McConnell and Johnston, just 51 seconds into the second frame. And regrouping are the Wildcats. They move it up ahead. Coates has it, passes it over to Bjornsson. Bjornsson unable to find it, and it could be trouble here. Hartwig has it, sends it in front, and back the other way comes 14 Janssens. Turns it over in the neutral zone. And that one, no, not offside. It appeared from our vantage point it might have been, but that's why I'm not wearing the stripes. Kept in. Johnston waiting for it at the point. Bangs it off the boards. Looking, and it's McCullough. McCullough sends it on net, stopped by Vandenberg. Now, number 22, he's been all over the ice. What do you have to say about his play?
I think he's a good player. He's big, uses his size to his advantage.
Often dubbed Big Number 22 by myself. Johnson sends it back. Miller sends it down the ice, but unable to get it out. Kept in there by the big potato farmer. And here come the McCullough. McCullough sends it up ahead. Good play there by the defender. Here comes Shilowski. Shilowski, big hit there. Couple big guys. Shilowski keeps it in though after taking that big hit. 17:02 remaining and still 2-1. What do you think of that?
I think it's been a good game so far, fairly eventful. Not much else to say, really.
Excellent commentary as always. wins the face-off. Back, it's Lockhart. Laner, rather. Raiders have it. Tries to send it out. McCullough sends it down. Tries to send it down the ice. Kept in there. Big play there by Forsyth, I believe it was. Backhand pass over to Bjornsson. Bjornsson sends it ahead. Johnson. And it's McConnell hard after it the other way. Trying. And he is able to do so. He gets it. The backhand behind the net. Creasy over to McConnell. McConnell back to Bjornsson. Bjornsson tries to put it on net. That hits a leg and down the ice it goes. Klein in, looking to get something. Backhand on net. Scramble. Puck was loose there, and Lockhart had no idea where it was. Here he is, Klein the other way. The wrist shot and a stop. Big plays. Now, I hate to bring this up, but how devastating was it losing in overtime yesterday?
It was a pretty big disappointment. You know, you want to win those ones when they're close, but you can't always come out with the win, you know.
That's why you play the game. You guys gave it a valiant effort, and I don't think many people probably didn't think you guys would make it out of the round robin or give you guys much of a chance.
Yeah, definitely.
Everett, the backhand over to Coates. Coates. And we do not have icing. Adrianson has it in the back. Not the backhand. He was very much on his forehand. Everett pinning in there. He's able to get it down the ice. The backhand ahead. Hartwig moves it up ahead. Kept in there. Knocked out. Banshee. He has it. He lets a shot go. And that's not handled there. Might have stung his glove hand a little bit. Got a little mustard on that one. Jansen's over. The backhand in front. Oh, it's a shot. Everett. The backhand. The big play there by Jansen to get it over to Everett. And he's able to put it top shelf where Mama hides the peanut butter. How big was that goal for the Wildcats there?
That'll be a big one. We're up 2 now, so we can't get too comfortable. You know, we still need to play hard, get pucks deep. Basics.
The Wildcats goal scored 15-19 by number 8, Cody Everett. Assistant number 14, Brett Jansen. And number 5, Russell Adrianson.
Also getting an assist on that marker was Adrianson. He works hard out there, as I mentioned. That goal was brought to you by Get Empowered, our official communications provider for cell phones, iPads, and more. Contact your authorized TELUS dealer today. GetEmpowered.ca. You won't be sorry that you did. Coming away with it is McCullough. He breaks into Raider territory. Fending off the defender, though, and here come the Raiders the other way. Miller brings it into Wildcat zone. Poked off. Big play there by big number 22, and he might be hurting after that contact. Adjusts the helmet, but he's back to get it. Williamson sends it down the ice. Shadlowski sends it on net. He might be able to get... Miller unable to get it. Looking like a wrecking ball out there. Capped in there by number 20, Klein. The backhand sent down the ice. Will that be enough for icing? No. Vandenberg comes out to play it to move it ahead. On net. Oh, sloppy play there by Vandenberg. A rare sloppy play. Unable to cost him, though. Luckily, if you're a Raider fan. Sent down the ice. Over it's Johnston. Johnston bangs it off the boards. Johnston. Turned over. Sent down the ice. It's Johnson. Johnson has it. He breaks in. Big play there, but unable to get it. Puck is loose in the crease. Back to the point. Adrianson on net. Puck is loose. Coming away with it are the Wildcats, and they put it on net, and that goes behind. Everett's battling it. Battling for it. Coming away with it is number 9. In front, Johnson pinching. Big save there. And we have a whistle here. .12:58 to go here in the second period. Yes, it is the second period. Not the first, not the third, the second. Coates is taking the face off. It's one back to Johnson. Johnson puts it on net. Had to be sharp on that one, did Vandenberg. Wildcats send it deep, and it is number 15 for the Raiders, Dolomont. Dolomont moves it ahead. That was Hartwig feeding it over to number 18, Kalmakoff. Kalmakoff battles for it in the corner. He comes away with it. Takes a couple good bumps. Hartwig still has it, able to get away from the defender. Lets a wrist shot go. Hits the netminder, and it goes over out of play. 12:25 to go in the second period. Now, what are your thoughts on how your Wildcats are playing?
I think we're playing good. We're playing an offensive game. We're hitting. We're keeping pucks deep. We got a high guy all the time.
And the Wildcats have it again, the backhand. Big play there by 22. Everett turned over, and it's Shoe the other way. Banshee, sorry, the correction, and he takes a big bump. Sent hard into the boards, and he's very slowly to get up. Back the other way, Dolomont taken down by the ball. Much to the dismay of the hometown fans here. Big hit. Oh, being a very physical contest. These guys do not like each other. Puts it on net. Handled. Jory, you guys met up in the postseason, didn't you? You guys, is there any bad blood, any animosity between these two clubs?
Yeah, I think a little bit. There always is between rival teams, definitely, right? But I wouldn't say too much. A lot of guys are friends, a lot of guys are buddies between these two. But on the ice, definitely. On the ice,
there are no buddies. It's send back to the point. Johnson, he lets a shot go, and it goes wide. Adrianson sends it down deep again. The poke check, big poke check there, setting up a big chance. Oh. Now, after the game yesterday, what was the mood in the locker room? Were you guys deflated, or were you, let's go out and get that bronze medal?
I think we were a little bit deflated, but we're happy to have another game against Killarney here. We've played them more than enough to know what they do, where they go. They're weak players, they're strong players, so, I think we came into this thinking, let's get that gold, or that bronze.
Shadlowski has it, he moves it over, sends it off the boards. McConnell keeps it over to Johnson. Johnson breaking in. That's knocked off his stick, and back the other way come the Raiders. It is Leinart. Leinart brings it into the Wildcat zone. That's taken though. Off a foot, it stays in. Sends it down. Klein. Looking for someone in front. He lets a shot go. Leinart unable to pot home the juicy rebound, and it remains 3-1 as he takes a big collision there at the end of the play. 10:16 to go here in the second period. It remains 3-1. And how hungry do you think the Raiders are? Has it just approached this 12 o'clock hour, and hungry like a wolf plays?
I think they're encountering a little bit of a panic here, Definitely, I think we're up by 2 now. We can't get too comfortable, but
the crowd was deafening to start the game. Now you can't hear them. You can hear a pin drop.
Yeah, we definitely got a lot of Raiders fans here, and I think they're a little bit quieter now.
There's not much luck of the Irish for Killarney on the last 3 games, really.
No.
Sends it ahead, kicked ahead. And Dolomont sends it down the ice. Number 15, Dolomont. He's been a bad turnover there. Miscommunication. Scrambling around like a fish out of water is Lockhart. But they filled the aquarium, and now Lockhart knows where he is. Still putting the pressure on, though, are the Raiders. They move it back to the point. Move it ahead. It's McCullough. McCullough sends it down the ice, and that will be enough for icing. Now, what have you seen out of the Wildcats that's different from this tournament as opposed to regular league play?
I think we've had a little bit more motivation this tournament here. We definitely want to come out with a medal for sure.
The shot by Klein, that's handled by Lockhart. What can you say about the play of your netminder this afternoon?
I think he's been good. He's been quick. He's a good flexible goalie. Had a lot of shots in the gut. He's got a quick stomach.
That's a good way to build up and get 6-pack abs. Not necessarily the most desirable way, but it works nonetheless. Well, that's a shot go. That hits the stick of Johnson. He sends it back to Adrianson. Adrianson bangs it off the boards. Back to Johnson. Everett moves it ahead. Sends it down the ice. Able to get it out of his zone. Down the ice. It hits a body, though. Kept in by Leonard. But back the other way. Everett sends. Kept in. Miller. Everett sends it down the ice. That goes wide. Back to get it is number 9, Shear. Shear sends it off the boards. Miller over to Corey. Klein, rather. Sends it over. Down the ice. And, unable to find Leonard. Otherwise, it could have been a breakaway the other way. Wildcats regroup. Sends it down the ice. 8:06 to go here in the second period of the bronze medal game between the McConnell lets a shot go. That goes wide. Kept in there by Adrianson off a foot. Adrianson sends it on net, but that misses wide. Down the ice it goes. Follow the bouncing puck. 7:45 to go here. Hard after it is 22. Kootenay taken hard into the boards, though, was the Wildcat player. Miller, he loses his footing because he was tripped, and it will be a power play here for the Raiders as the men in orange, black, and white look to get back into this contest. This power play is brought to you by GT Hockey, gtperformancehockey.com. How big is this kill for your Wildcats?
It'll be a big kill here. We definitely don't want to let one in at this point. Our penalty, we got a good, strong penalty kill this year. I'd say it's almost better than our power play, actually.
Lainart lines up to take the draw. He'll face off against, it appears to be McCullough. And it's one back. The Raiders have possession of it. Hartwig is back for it, and he's in his own end trying to get something set up here on this man advantage. This penalty kill is brought to you by Pembina Valley Chrysler. Hartwig breaks through the neutral zone. Slows it down a little bit here. Passes it. Sends it back to Klein. Klein puts it on net. The shot. Correction, that was Corey. 10 is Corey. 6:58 to go here in the second period. What do you have to say about the action we've seen so far in the second period?
It's been quick. It's been fast. End-to-end hockey. It's been good.
Lainart loses the draw. Adrianson comes away with it. Corey circles, comes away with it. Able to move it over the pinching. Lainart unable to get a shot on net. And the Raiders still have possession of it. Lainart gets it back. Moves it to the point. It's Corey. That hits a body in front. There's a scramble. Hartwig has it. He puts it on net, but that goes well wide. It hits Coates and goes well wide. And back the other way, Coates. 50 seconds to go here on the penalty kill. Bennett's Coates breaking in shorthanded. Huge defensive play there by Lockhart. And back the other way. Lockhart in on Lockhart. He lets a shot go, and it's the Lockhart that's the netminder, which gets the better of the Lockhart battle on that one. Shadlowski moves it down. Klein moves it. They're just moving it. Shadlowski puts it on net. He'll stop everything he sees, it appears, this Lockhart. What do you have to say about his play?
I think he's really into it this game. He's played a lot of games this year. He's always into it, you know. He's good that way.
And you want your goaltender to always be into it.
Yeah, you want him moving fast and stopping pucks.
Klein loses the draw. It's sent down the ice by Bjornsson. 20 seconds to go here on the penalty kill for the Wildcats. Vandenberg leaves it. He sends it over, and the Raiders look to break out with just 10 seconds to go. Here come the Raiders the other way. He passes it over the backhand. That goes wide. That was Dolomon who puts it just wide. Miller scrambles for it at center ice, and he was quickly pressured. He turns it over. McCullough. And back the other way come the Raiders. Klein brings it in. Tries to shoot it, but unable to get the wood on the puck. Gets the shot on net. That's Miller. It goes well wide. Shadlowski. There's a battle along the sideboards. Big number 22 goes after it. Sent down the ice. That will not be icing as it hits the stick of Shadlowski. And he has it behind his own net. Breaking ahead. Oh, bad. Oh, McConnell, that's a shot go. I believe that hit number 18, Kalmakoff. Miller rather. My eyes were playing tricks on me there. Back the other way. It's a 3-on-2 possible break. Unable to corral the pass, though. But it is Lehnert. Moves it ahead. McConnell back hard the other way. The backhand pass broken up there by Lehnert. Johnson breaks it up. Breaking it up more than the ice when the Titanic hit it. The Raiders have it. Looking to get something going here with 4 minutes to go here in the second period. But it is Everett for the Wildcats who has it. Sends it in front. Back to the point. Just outside. Big play there. And it's Vanchi in. Oh, I think he got his skate blade on it, did Vandenberg, to keep that one out. And it's Klein back the other way. Klein, he lets a shot go. Looking 5-hole. Finding nothing. Lockhart once again loses the Lockhart battle to the netminder. What did you think of that play?
Oh, that was a good play. I think Nate, he didn't even know where the puck went. A lot of guys did.
Hartwig taking the face off here against Coates. Hartwig wins it back. That's at the point. He lets a shot go. That goes wide. Sends it down the ice. Everett moves it ahead, and it's a 2-on-1 the other way. Over. He lets a shot go. And she just missed it. Keeping it a 3-1 game. Kept in there. Banshee back to the... That one goes wide. It's Coates pinching in. Back point. He lets a shot go. He's hammered as he let the shot go. And back through the neutral zone. 2:52 to go here in the second period. 3-1 for the Wildcats. Offside. Just as the Wildcats are keeping the pressure on them, and you got to believe that keeps your coach happy.
Yeah.
what do you have to say about the coaching style?
We got a good coaching staff. I think they got a good head on them, you know. They play to win.
Hello, you play to win the game.
Definitely.
Borrowing a little coach Herm Edwards in that one. Adrianson back to get it, but Miller quickly knocks him off the puck. Well, they scramble. Scrambling like eggs in this one. Here come the Raiders. He lets a shot. A bad turnover there, and it's a 3-2 hockey game. Turnovers will get you every time.
Yes, they will. You know, we got a game here now. They made it close. We got to come back and get another one.
2:22 to go here in the second period. Big goal there. Miller. Lockhart finally getting the better of his nemesis to make it a 3-2 hockey game. 2 minutes to go here. Johnston has it at center ice. Johnston loses control of the puck, and that goes behind the red line. Oh, that one could be a penalty. Is it called by the back ref? I do believe we are not going to see anyone sent to the sin bin, but I have been wrong before. Just ask my wife. Leinart loses it, and Adrianson comes away. Sends it down the ice. It's a stick, and that will go for icing. Minute 39 to go here, and what do you think the mood's going to be like in your Wildcat locker room out?
I think the mood will be good. You know, we're up by 1 here. We just don't want to get down by 1. That's the main thing.
Even tied would be acceptable.
Oh, yes.
Klein brings it in. He shoots. Brings it into the slot. Passes it over. Leinart. Shot. Still loose. Battle in front. It's covered by Lockhart. Some tense moments there for your Wildcats.
Yes, for sure there. Another net scramble there. We just kind of panicked, get the puck, get it out.
Quite a bit of jump here for the Raiders in the later stages of the second period. Minute 28 to go, 3-2 for the Wildcats. Just sauntering away from the play a bit was Corey. Leinart's facing off against Coates. Coates wins it back to Adrianson. Adrianson sends it down the boards. Forsyth keeps it in, but it's quickly sent out. Knocked over to the side. It's Coates at center ice. Turned over. Minute and 12 seconds to go here. Klein sends it down the ice. Turned over to Coates. Coates in the slot. Hits the blocker and stays out. But that one's fired just wide there by Schul. Banshee, rather. 58.8 seconds remaining here in the second period. And you do not want to surrender the game-tying goal if you are a Wildcat fan or player. Coates is taking the face off. His buddy loses it. Miller gets it over, and the Wildcats look to break out the other way, the Raiders rather. It is Kalmakov. Kalmakov battling with Adrianson along the side boards. Adrianson sends it back. Kept in. But now it's out. Banshee. Raiders have it. Hartwig just sends it down the ice, and that's covered up. 23.1 seconds remaining here in the second period. If you're a Wildcat, you wish it was the third period, but unfortunately for you guys, it's only the second.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to come back here in the third with some extra power behind us.
Third period's going to be an intense one, as it's even if
Yeah, it'll be a good one.
It's going to be a close one. We got a good one for you today, to quote Steve Harvey. As the Raiders have possession of it, they move it to the point, and that's just kept in there. Sure. And back. That should do it for the second period. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second to go. And that'll do it. 3-2 in favor of the Wildcats. And we're watching exciting second period action brought to you by Pilot Mound Hockey Academy. And we will be right back from our friends at the Pilot Mound Hockey Academy. And there's
We're in our third year with the boys program. This year we've actually added girls to our program as well. We run from September till June. We have our own dorm set up now. It's a great exposure program, great development program for the fact that we're on the ice every day, and we have workouts every day. We track our kids' grades closely, so the education is of utmost importance to us. And so it's an excellent program, and of course the Canadian Sports School League is the premier league, and we're glad to be part of that.
Welcome to MB Seeds. I'm Matt and this is B, and we're a family-run business. We've been operating since 2012 and we sell canola, soybeans, corn, wheat, barley, oats, and peas. We also run a cleaning facility on site just south of Low Farm where we can clean almost anything that you can grow. Come check us out today.
At Super 8 Winnipeg West, we have your comfort in mind, with free Wi-Fi and free daily Superstart breakfast. We also have guest laundry facilities, a state-of-the-art fitness center, and a jetted hot tub. Sleep well in a spacious guest room equipped with plush new bedding, a 50-inch flat-screen HD TV, microwave, mini refrigerator, and Keurig coffee maker. Or book a suite with a kitchen, ideal for extended stays. Super 8 Winnipeg West, located just inside the perimeter on Portage Avenue.
And we're back. Travis Longman alongside Jory Aitken as we look forward to bringing you an exciting third period and conclusion possibly to this bronze medal contest. Now, Jory, you just came back from the Wildcat dressing room. What was the atmosphere in there?
The atmosphere in there was pretty fired up. You know, saying, let's get going here, boys. We got red line, goal line, blue line. You know, don't lose any battles there. We got a lot, you know, keep a heart on the puck. Old-time hockey, you know.
Old-time hockey, Eddie Shore.
Let's go play a little dirty.
Putting on the foil.
Yeah, putting on the foil, Coach.
Every game, yeah, Coach. You want some? Meanwhile, what do you say? What do you believe the Raiders were saying in their dressing room?
You know, I believe they're probably around the same atmosphere. You know, they're down by 1. They got to get up. They need the goal here.
There's been a lot of old-time hockey this game. A couple big hits that even Scott Stevens would be proud of.
Oh yeah, that's what you need. That's what you need.
That's hockey as it should be played. Schul has it behind his net as 10 seconds in here to the third period. He loses it. Kept in McConnell. McConnell lets a shot go. Loose rebound. Schul hard at it. And that hits the stick and goes out of play. 19:38 to go. Your Wildcats are 19 minutes and 38 seconds away from bringing home the bronze medal. How important is that bronze medal to the Wildcat program?
You know, I think it's pretty important. We really want to bring home something for everybody, you know.
Shaleski has it behind his net, moves it ahead, hits his legs, and stays in the zone. It is Klein. Klein kicks it back, kicks it over to the stick, moves it over, almost picked off, but coming away with it is Adrianson. Sends it down the ice. That one will be like a birthday cake, and lots of icing on that one. 19:19 to go here.
You know, I think we got to hit that goalie anywhere but the big logo on his chest, you know.
Yeah, shooting it right at him. Not good strategy.
Yeah, put it somewhere else, and hopefully something will happen out of that.
Back to the point. That hits a leg. Scramble in front. Everett sends it over to Johnson. Johnson gets by him. And Johnson still has it. He puts it on net, and that goes wide. Back the other way. Kalmakoff gets by the defender. Big number 22. Now, I was looking in the program on my players list. What is number 22's name?
Zach Steen.
Zach Steen. Okay, big number 22's name is Zach Steen. Thank you very much there, Jory. The backhand, trying to regroup here, trying to desperately to tie the contest. Both of these teams battling hard. Steen sends it down the ice. Vandenberg plays it, leaves it for his defender, who's struggling with it behind the net. The turnover, Vanshi puts it on net, and that goes wide after it hits the netminder. And down the ice, here's doing it by himself. Vandenberg is too, but that was not Vandenberg, that was Lockhart, one of the goal scorers. Miller keeps it in. Miller to part circle, sends it down. Steen loses it, sends it on net, but corralling the puck was Lockhart. Lockhart, you got to be impressed with the play of your netminder today.
Yeah, I think we all are. He's performing well for us tonight, and that's what we need.
Now, is he your regular netminder or Ramsey who played yesterday?
You know, Lockhart's been here for longer. He's a regular guy. He's the go-to.
Miller sends the shot just wide, and there's a battle along the sideboards. Coming away with it is Johnson. Johnson sends it in. Off the boards, almost hits his own bench. Johnson comes and gets it. High and wide goes the shot, and the Wildcats are back. The Raiders are back the other way. Sends it over the blue line. Losing control of it, but getting it back is Lehnert. Lehnert. Correction, that's Lockhart. Klein has it at center ice, pedaling back. Losing control of it almost. Adrianson, big hit there at center ice.
A solid one there.
Couple freight trains colliding. Wildcats send it over. It is Johnson just trying to kill some clock here. Johnson sends it down the ice. Klein unable to corral it. Adrianson sends it over. Johnson down the ice, sending it into his zone, sending it into the Raider zone and making a change. McConnell pinching hard. Vandenberg sends it down the ice, but that's kept in. McConnell unable to come away with it. Off the boards and out. Steen battling for it, sends it down the ice. That makes a funny hop off the glass. And here's McConnell. McConnell sends it down the ice. And 16 minutes to go here. Klein regrouping. Battling for it. The Wildcats, that shot goes just wide. Klein. Shedlowski sends it off a stick and down the other way. Klein in. Back behind the goal. Looking to get something set up here and taken hard into the boards by Klein. Was that Steen who's going to the box for 2 minutes? It is Steen. This power play is brought to you by GT Hockey. GTPerformanceHockey.com. And the penalty kill is brought to you by Pembina Valley Chrysler.
I think right there, you really got to keep your feet moving. That's what come out of that. Steen did keep his feet moving. He, tried to catch the guy and just got a little bit behind him.
Hartwig put it on net, but the Raider player was unable to bury the rebound. Raiders have it. Looking to get something set up here. It's Hartwig. Passes it over. Klein puts it on net. That goes wide. Sent. Coates scrambled with it. Unable to corral it. Kept in there by Hartwig. Puts it on net. That did not miss by much. Had to be sharp there, did the netminder. Hartwig moves it. That one was to the middle of nowhere, really. Scholl sends it down the ice. Vandenberg sends it over. 14:40 to go here in the third period. Down the ice. 57 seconds to go here on for the man advantage for the Raiders. Up ahead. He had no idea where that one was. Klein, who gets it? Shedlowski, back to Klein. Over, he puts it on net. That's kicked aside there. And down the ice it goes. 30 seconds to go with the man advantage. Leinert turned over to the other number 7, Johnson. Shedlowski takes it behind the net. Looking to get things going here with 14 seconds to go on the man advantage. It's Shedlowski going behind the net. End-to-end rush for Shedlowski. Goes behind the net, hits a leg, and goes back behind the net. Lockhart puts it in front. Shedlowski, the backhand in the slot. That one goes wide. Covering it is Lockhart. 13:23 to go here in the bronze medal game. Intense action here, Jory.
Yes, it is here tonight.
Dolomont taking the face off here against Coates. Coates wins it, but the Raiders come away with it. I believe. Yes, the Raiders have it. Hardwick blizzes it to Johnson. Johnson brings it through the neutral zone. Johnson, smart play there by Johnson. Way to keep it onside. Saw a couple of his boys were offside. Using the brain. Brought it out. Shearer sends it down the ice. That's kept in by Johnson. Puts it on net. Relatively easily handled fly puck there. 12:50 to go. What's the key to bringing home the bronze medal?
Again, hitting guys, lots, keep the pressure on them, hit them hard.
Hit them hard, hit them often.
Hit them hard, hit them often.
Staying out of the penalty box though too.
For sure.
And the Raiders hits the stick. Dump down the ice, number 18, Sattler, the AP. Down, and the Raiders regroup in their own end. Sends it. Steen. Now Steen just trying to slow down the pace of play here. Kill some clock. That's tipped and sent down into the zone. Corey down the ice. Steen has it. Puts it on net. Oh, that did not miss by much. Had he had a wide open cage. Corey kept in by Steen. There's a battle with it, McCullough. McCullough and Corey. Down. Klein moves it over to his brother. Klein, that kick down the ice. Steen spun around like a top there, but still able to make the play. Johnston. Big collision there at center ice. That wasn't Johnston, rather. That was Sattler, the AP. Dumpin did not miss by much. Johnston sent down the ice. McConnell over. Johnson. Rather, that is Lockhart. Creasy. Klein for the Raiders brings it down the ice. That's sent into the net. And the 6x4 comes off the moorings. 11:08 remaining here in the bronze medal matchup. You're watching exciting action of the bronze medal game featuring the Killarney Wawanesa Raiders and the Glenboro Carberry Boulder Wildcats. These guys know the enemy quite well, wouldn't you say there, Jory?
Yeah, I think we do. Like I said, we played a lot of games against them. We know what we do. We know the weak players. We know the strong ones.
Miller has the puck in his own end. He quickly loses it, but it's dumped back down the ice. Lockhart plays it. He leaves it for Johnson. Johnson pinned up, knocks it off the boards. And back the other way, it's McConnell. McConnell breaking through the neutral zone, brings it into Raider territory. That's quickly knocked out into the neutral zone again. Adrianson passes over, sent down the ice by Johnson. And Vandenberg plays it behind his net. Oh, almost misplayed it there. And regrouping are the way. Both teams are regrouping, trying to get the puck. Forsyth being pressured by McConnell. McConnell has it, comes away with it. Back to the point, Adrianson. From our vantage point, that was just... Well, I've been told the refs missed that one, but that's why we're not wearing the stripes, as I said. 10:09 remaining here, halfway done the third period. Halfway towards a bronze medal. Are you excited? Or are you nervous?
I'm a little nervous. Definitely the nerves are getting to me, as they are probably everybody else on the ice, right?
Shadlowski has it. He goes, tries to bring it out himself. He's able to do so with a pass. Down. It's Hartwig. He lets a shot go. That goes wide. Kept in by everybody Shearer. Kolmakov. Dolmont, rather. Over at the side. Steen sends it down the ice. That's kept in there. Schull. Banshee. Hartwig has it. Scrambling play here by both teams. Kalmakov has it. The backhand pass that's broken up. Kept in there by Kalmakov. Banshee loses the puck. That could be big. That could be a big turnover. Kalmakov lets the shot go. That goes wide. Dolomont has it. Gets it back to the point. He lets a shot go. Rebound! And that goes wide. Big play there by the netminder Lockhart. Raiders putting all sorts of pressure on him. A little bit on their toes here. Dolomont back to the point. It's Schull. Schull puts it on net. That's kicked aside by Steen, helping out his netminder there. 8:44 to go here in the third period of the bronze medal game.
Keep in mind here, we're not on the penalty kill. It's been in our end for a good minute and a half now.
It sure does seem like a penalty kill. Johnson sends it down the ice. Covered up. Did I mention it was a penalty kill?
No, not at all.
Okay, I've been one to misspeak sometimes. It seemed like it. 8:24 to go here. Now, if it would have been a penalty kill, it would have been a good penalty kill for you guys.
I think so.
Kept in. Adrianson sends it just wide.
As we call him there on the point, Rocket Russ. He does have some few good shots there, or Knuckle Puck Russ is another nickname we give him.
Excellent analogy there, buddy. And here come the Raiders, kept in though, however, in the slot, wide! Almost made it a 4-2 hockey game. Is that one going to come back and bite the Wildcats? Adrianson. Back to the point. He sends it over. It is Adrianson, puts it on net, hits a stick, and stops momentum. Big play there by Adrianson, but he was unable to keep it in the zone. 7:18 remaining in this bronze medal contest. As we catch our breath here with this intense third period.
Yeah, it's definitely getting harder to breathe as the minutes go down here.
The Wildcats will be going to the penalty kill here, brought to you by Pembina Valley Chrysler. It is 17 heading to the sin bin. 17 is Creasy. Creasy really, I bet she's hoping that this one does not cost his team the lead.
Yeah, I think so. You know, there's some penalties that are, good ones that you need to take and some that aren't.
Would you say that one was a good one or one he didn't really necessarily need?
It's kind of on the line there.
Kalmakov has it. Sends it down the ice. But Steen sends it back down the ice. He's been a solid defender this entire tournament, really.
Yeah, I think he's been having a good weekend this weekend. It's one of his last. He's grade 12, and
Klein has it. He puts it on net. Lockhart had to be sharp there. Sorry to interrupt you there, Jory.
Guys here, we're getting down in the minutes. Guys are going to start getting a little frustrated. I think we're going to start seeing a little bit more fights, Right down there was a little bit more chirping going on.
As the intensity picks up, 6:28 to go here in this bronze medal matchup. Leinart wins it. And the howitzer, Klein sends it off a leg, and Adrianson keeps it, tries to get it out, but unable to do so. The battling along with Klein. Klein comes away with it. Over Corey. Corey lets a shot go. That does not reach the netminder. And Johnson, big play there by Johnson. I don't even know he knew where it was. Hartwig regroups at center ice. The Wildcats are on the penalty kill here. Klein puts it on net, and that one goes high and wide. Regrouping are the Raiders, puts it on net. The crowd yelled out, keep shooting. They're encouraging their boys here. Contact in front. They're clamoring for a penalty. Gets it over Shedleski. Shedleski lets a shot go. Kicked out by Lockhart. He had to be sharp there. 13 seconds to go with the man advantage for the Raiders. Shedleski has it back. Lets a shot go. He scores! Hit a body before it went in. If not, it could be Shedleski's goal. Penalty kill. And it's a power play goal. That goal was brought to you by Get Empowered, our official communications provider for cell phones, iPads, and more. Contact your authorized TELUS dealer today. GetEmpowered.ca. You won't be sorry that you did. That's got to be disappointing there for the Wildcats.
Yeah, I think it is. See the coaches there arguing a bit. You're going to try and argue that third tying goal there, but there's not much you can say that the refs are going to change their mind on that.
No, the Zebras don't usually change their stripes after they've set them. .5:24 to go here. Some discussions here at center ice, but they drop the puck anyway. It is Vanchi who rifles it off.
Scored the power play at 5:24 by number 21, Camden Klein.
It was Klein. Klein from Shadowski. It did hit Klein in front. So it is Klein's goal. Klein evened up the contest. What do you have to say? That's the biggest goal. That's got to be one of the biggest goals of his high school hockey career.
Yeah, I'd also say one of the greasiest,
Hey, they all look the same on the paper.
Oh, yeah.
Puts it on net, and that's stopped there by Lockhart. Lockhart remaining solid. Here's Hartwig. Hartwig puts it in front. Scrambled in front. Back the other way comes Everett. Everett through the neutral zone. Gets it over Vanchi. Vanchi stood up at the blue line, but Everett comes away with it. Puts it on net and rings it off the side of the net. Everett has it. And the Raiders and Wildcats are battling. Wildcats puts it on net. Vanchi, 4:28 to go. 3-3. Could we be looking at overtime?
If we keep playing like we are, I don't think so.
Yeah, the Wildcats are on their heels, but it's been pretty neck and neck. Pretty good.
Yeah, it's been a good, quick game here.
It's been good, quick action all weekend. We've been very fortunate to bring it to you live on the Manitoba Sports Network. Johnston dumps it down the ice. Miller sends it. Johnston sends it back down the ice. Miller regrouping. The backhand kept in there. Creasy out of his crease by about 3 feet was Vandenberg, but he's able to cover it up. 3:59 to go here. Every second counts. Knotted up at threes.
As I said here, we're getting down in the minutes. Guys are going to start looking for little Donnybrook out in the side, and, your refs got to watch that stuff out front of the net.
They sure do, but quite often you see the Zebras put their whistles away here in the dying seconds. Don't want penalties to be a factor. And back the other way, it's Klein. Klein back. He puts it on net. The rebound! And covering it up is Lockhart. There's a battle behind the net. Let's see if any infractions are a result. There does not appear to be any. There is not any. Leinart's taking the face off. He wins it back. Shedlowski has it at the point. He gets a turnover. It is McConnell back the other way. He's taken into the boards. Good check there by Shedlowski. Kept in Johnson. High and wide, but still in play. The backhand behind the net. Schul plays it. He's being checked hard, but coming away with it is Leinart. Poked ahead by Klein, and that's out to center ice. Johnston plays it over. Leinart over Klein. Klein has it in a dangerous position. Backhand. Oh, stopped by Lockhart. Anxious moments here for both sides. Pressure on one end, pressure on the other. Lots of pressure going on. This game has been a diamond. There's been that much pressure. Wins it back. And that one goes out of play. Trying to volleyball spike. It was Corey, but side out there for the Raiders. And we have a neutral zone face-off coming up. It is Dolemont facing off against Coates. Coates right in front of our broadcast location. It is Steen. Steen loses control of it. Dolemont battling for it, but coming away with it is Coates. Coates coming in all alone. Good defensive play there by the Raiders defender. Puck goes back the other way. Having no idea where it was is Kalmakoff. Playing at the blue line with Steen. Down the other way, Kalmakoff. Kalmakoff goes around the net, looking to get something set up here, trying to set up the winner. Good defensive play there by the Wildcats, though. They don't want to go down. If they're going down, they're going down swinging, as both teams are. 2:15 to go here in the third period. Knotted up at 3 in the bronze medal contest. Forsyth at the point. He puts it on net. That hits Williamson and goes wide. Loose in front. Klein has it at the point, puts it on net. That's handled by Lockhart. 1:57 to go here. No, knotted up at 3. Now you can cut the tension here with a knife. How intense has the regular season series been between these two teams?
It's been pretty intense. Like I said, a lot of rivalry between these two teams here.
Shaleski puts it on net. That one goes wide. It's kept in. Schul pinching deep. And that's over to the other side. Down the ice it goes. It hits McConnell back the other way. McConnell over the backhand. Creasy unable to. He had a wide open net, but unable to lift it up and over the gaping and put it into the gaping 6x4.
Great play by McConnell there. These two guys have been playing together since they were in novice, really. They've been up, down, they know each other. They've got chemistry.
And it's sure showing out there. And
yeah.
McConnell wins it back. Creasy. Unable to keep it in was Johnston, but good hard battle back there. Creasy. It is number 17 for the Killarney Raiders. Losing control of it. That could be a big turnover. Johnson lets a shot go. Big save there by Vandenberg. Puck is loose. It remains loose. Pinching. Big hit there. Lockhart sends Adrianson on his keister. Sent down the ice. Kalmakoff over. Into Wildcat zone. Klein has it. Over. He puts it on net. Lockhart had to be ready for that one to keep it out. 49.5 seconds to go here. Third period. Bronze medal game. It doesn't get any better than this.
We're getting down these last few seconds here. Tension's going to be nice and tight. It's going to be a close game here.
It is a close game as Williamson sends it up. It's Everett. Moves it over. Corey rather. And it's Everett. Everett in. Gets behind the defender. Still battling for the puck. 30 seconds to go. The puck is deep in Raider territory. Everett battling for it in front, behind the net. Puts it on net. Just putting it on net. And that one almost went in. But Vandenberg had to be sharp to keep that one out. 22.3 seconds remaining. 3-3. You can sense the excitement in the building here, folks. These two teams, they've gone hard battling each other all season, and it's come down to 22.3 seconds for the bronze medal. Kept in. Johnson puts it on net. That's kicked aside by Vandenberg. Sent down the ice. Johnson kept in. He's taken into the boards. Put on net, but that goes wide. And slowing pace down a little. 3 seconds to go. Johnson has it. He lets a shot go. That's the final save of regulation here, folks. As we will begin a fourth period momentarily. And just as the rules were yesterday for overtime, it will be 2 10-minute sessions, and then a shootout. What's with you guys on playing overtimes?
I don't know. We seem to just match the other team's play level.
You guys play up to who you're playing? Do you guys feel like you play down to whoever you're playing? Not that there's a team to play down to, too, folks. These are all 6 good teams that qualified for the tournament.
Sometimes you get that team where you got to play down to them, but we just, you don't want to, but you just kind of do without really noticing.
You do. If you see a team that's 1-15 on your schedule and you think, oh, this will be a cakewalk, that's when they get you.
That is when they get you, actually. Yeah, you're right.
Both teams lining up here at center ice. It will be McConnell facing off against Leonard. Leonard against McConnell. Bronze medal overtime right now. Sure. Sends it. McConnell. McConnell brings it in. He lets a shot go. Great save, Vandenberg. Just 10 seconds into the extra session, Vandenberg had to be sharp to rob him on that one.
Right in this overtime here, that's when you really don't want to mess up.
McConnell back to Johnson. Adrianson has it. Puts behind the net. And here come the Raiders the other way, looking to finish this one off. It's Shedlewski, gets behind, the backhand goes off the side of the net. Johnson back the other way, passes it up. It is McConnell breaking through the neutral zone into Raider territory and moves it over, unable to find them. And we're slowing things down here, folks. It's Steen. Breakaway, overtime, it's Klein in all alone. He shoots, great save there. But almost bobbled in front. Stop. Kept in. Raiders over. It's Steen trying to slow down action. Both teams a little nervous tension here in early going on the extra session. 8:40 in. Turned over at the neutral zone. Klein has it, moves it up. It is Lockhart. Lockhart, he goes in the slot. He puts it on net, and that one goes wide. That scramble in front, pressure. In overtime, it probably won't be a pretty goal. You're looking for a greasy garbage goal, isn't that right, Jory?
Yeah, that's right.
They don't show the pit. Well, they all look the same on the score sheet is what I was trying to say.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how it goes in, just matters if it goes in.
Absolutely right there. Has it Hartwig. Dolomont has it. The backhand in front. Broken up there. Big play there by the Wildcats. Sent over to the side. And it's Hartwig on net. More than equal to the opportunity was Lockhart on that one. Big save there for the netminder, though. 8:07 to go here in the first overtime period. Dolomont's taking the face off against McConnell. Sent behind the net. And it is Johnston. Johnston over the red line, over the blue line into Raider territory. Back behind the net. Playing it is Shear. Shear the backhand out of the way of the target. Adrianson puts it on net. It goes wide. And back come the Killarney Raiders. Johnson had pressure on him but unable to. And it is Dolomont. Dolomont breaking in. In all alone. He lets a shot go. That hits Lockhart and goes wide. And back to regroup is Corey. Carrying it out of his own end, but losing it. It is Johnson. Johnson moves it over Coates. Coates loses it off his stick, but he battles hard to get it in the corner. Back the other way. It is Klein. Klein gets by Adrianson. Adrianson sends him to the side though and regroups. Makes a nice play there. Coates back the other way. 2-on-2. Pinned off the puck. Big defensive play there by Corey. Corey has it. Goes in. Goes over to the side of the boards. Just sends it down deep, and they'll regroup. They'll make a change. Williamson. Over to Steen. Steen. Down the ice. Send in. Turnover here. In front. Big play there by the Raiders. 6:22 to go. And here come the Wildcats. No, here come the Raiders, rather. Klein. Klein has it for the Raiders. Behind the Wildcats net. Williamson. Over to Steen. Steen. Up ahead, Johnson. Johnson. Moves it in. Moves it into Raider territory. Still has it on his tape. And that hits Vandenberg and goes out of play. 5:50 to go here in the first overtime session.
You know, as Johnson showed there, puck control in these overtimes is really key. You know, you got to have the puck all the time. You got to be wanting it, skating hard.
Creasy's taking the face off. He loses it. And the Raiders come away with it. Trying to get it out of their own end. And they're able to do so. But it is Creasy. Over to Johnston. Johnston up ahead. It is Williamson, I believe. No, that was Adrianson. Delayed offside here. Moves it ahead. Not looking where the puck is. And Creasy knocks him off it. It is Vanchi. Vanchi had it poked off his stick. And hard back there was Dolomont for the Raiders. Big play there by Dolomont. Smart heads up play. Kept in, put on net. 5:12 to go here in the overtime period at the Don Patterson Memorial Arena, also known as the Shamrock Center in Killarney, Manitoba.
Yeah, you know, you've seen Matt Johnson take a pinch there. He's a pretty lanky fella, but, you know, he'll throw a hit or two.
McConnell. The Raiders come away with it. Kept in there by Steen. Steen puts it on net. Kicked aside there by Vandenberg. Leinart, moves it over. And down the ice there. Intercepted. Heads up. Right in front of our broadcast location. Almost took out one of our cameras, but thankfully there was a barricade there. Fairly nice puck there, eh?
Oh, yeah, it's not bad.
Winning it back is Leinart. Leinart wins it back. Shearer dumps it down the ice. And Klein is pinching. He's doing battle along the land boards. Knocked down, but no call. Put on net, and that was stopped by Lockhart. 4:32 to go here in period number 4. 3-3 remains the score in the bronze medal game. A reminder, coming up, scheduled for 1:30, is the gold medal matchup between the Morris Mavericks and the Mountain Mustangs. That should be a doozy as well. Captain, Raiders have it. Corey, he puts it on net. That's handled by Lockhart. They're all tough shots here in overtime. Even the ones that don't look hard are hard shots because of the severity of the extra session. Isn't that right?
Yeah. You know, I think we're seeing a lot of changes in the players here and the refs as well. You know, they're being a little more lenient on the calls they're making.
Oh, big save there by Lockhart. Sorry to interrupt you there.
Yeah, they're just being a little more lenient on the calls they're making, I think. You know, they're not quite as heavy on the penalties now. Been a few questionable calls out there, but
Corey has it. He puts it on net. That's stopped by Lockhart, and you know, I think they call it differently in the dying minutes of the third period and in the overtime, just so they let both teams decide it. It would have to be a very obvious penalty for the Zebras to make the call here.
There's a lot of pressure on you out there too as a ref, you know.
Oh, very much so. I've been an official before, and it's a thankless job, really.
Yeah,
McConnell.
that's right.
McConnell comes in. McConnell still has it. The backhand to Johnson. Puts it on net. Right at the Raider logo, however, and it hits the red beard and stays out.
Once again, though, the logos seem to be our specialty. We, can't take out that jersey, but sure try to put it right through the goalie.
Put a hole right through him. Too bad it wasn't hollow, man. That was the goalie. Back to the point. It's Johnson. Puts it on net. That hit the pad. Back Johnson. Also off the blocker. And back the other way comes Dolemont. Dolemont over to his winger. It's Hartwig. Hartwig checked off the puck. Big play there by Adrianson. Sent down. Dolemont had it. He sent it over to Hartwig. Johnson battling for it in front. Loose puck. That one goes just wide. And Hartwig regroups. Vandenberg was ready for it, but Shilowski took it. Pressuring him was Johnson. Johnson has it in his corner. Being pressured off of it by Shilowski, and he comes away with it. 3:10 to go here in the extra session. Here comes Hartwig. He hasn't left the ice, I don't think. Hartwig puts it on net. Oh, that was in his pads, but still loose. And there's a battle at the corner. Battle at the neutral zone. Steen comes through the neutral zone. 2:53 to go. Steen battling ahead. Gets it. Far red line. Behind the net. Steen in front. Over to the side. Puts it in front. Oh, looking for Coates. Finding him. But Coates had it at a bad angle. Kept in by Williamson. Williamson loses possession, but he lucky enough to get it back. Puts it on net. Handled. Losing it. And unable to capitalize. Rebound. Score! That'll do it. The bronze medal winners are the Glenboro Carberry Boulder Wildcats. Heartbreak and agony here at the Shamrock Center as a team they believed had a shot at gold.
Yeah, that's the way to end your grade 12 year right there, with Tanner Coates scoring the last goal of the last game.
That was absolutely huge.
I think he'll definitely be happy with that one.
Coates buried it, potting home the rebound. Huge goal for Tanner Coates. And
for sure.
And we will let you go there, Jory. You've been a wonderful commentator.
Sure,
we'll
yeah.
let you go.
Thanks for having me. Awesome, thanks.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And it is the Glenboro Carberry Boulder Wildcats bringing home the bronze medal. With 2:27 to go here in the extra session. I'll take a minute here to catch my breath. We'll just observe both teams shaking hands. Stay tuned for the bronze medal presentations to the Glenboro Carberry Boulder Wildcats. Player of the game for the Killarney Raiders is Shearer. Correction. It was Cole Lockhart who was the player of the game.
The Glenboro Carberry Boulder Wildcats star is number 9.
McConnell was the player of the game for the Wildcats. Excellent choice. You couldn't have gone wrong with Coates, though, either, for potting home the bronze medal winner.
Would you like to call the captains from the Wildcats up? Apologize again, we're going to do the medals first. Well, when I call the names for the Wildcat players, and come up and get your medal, please.
Desmond Ramsey receiving his medal.
Number 4, Josh Van Schie.
Van Schie receiving his. Adrianson, who's with a rock on the blue line for the Wildcats.
Number 6, Carter Williamson.
Williamson, another solid defenseman for the Wildcats.
Number 7, Jaden Johnson.
Johnson, he was all over the ice, and Jaden Johnson, well deserving of the bronze medal.
Number 8, Cody Everett.
Cody Everett, what more can you say about him? He gave it 110%. McConnell, arguably the MVP for the Wildcats.
Number 11, Jory Aitken.
My wonderful color commentator, well deserving of the bronze medal with gold medal commentary.
Tanner Coates.
The overtime hero, Tanner Coates.
Number 13, Zach Dufrat.
Yesterday's commentator, Zach Dufrat.
Number 14, Brett Janssens.
Brett Jansen's receiving the bronze medal.
Number 15, Josh Fiscal.
Josh Fiscal, he's had a good fiscal year.
Number 16, Matt
Johnston,
Johnston.
another, would have been a good choice for MVP. Creasy, he scored a huge goal in that third period, and he had another big opportunity to end it.
Number 18, Trey Sattler.
Trey Sattler, the AP, he's going to be around for a few years, and he'll help out this program.
Number 19, Brandon McCullough.
Brandon McCullough, he had a big goal in yesterday's game against
Number 20, Ethan Bjarnason.
Ethan Bjarnason. Didn't see much of him after the first period, but he had a huge first period.
Number 22, Zach Steen.
Zach Steen, the man we didn't know his name until the third period, was lights out this entire tournament.
Owen Lockhart.
The man who stood on his head and kept the game close and gave his team a chance to win. What more can you say for Lockhart? He played lights out. And the coaching team.
Now we'd like to call upon the captains from the Wildcats team to come up and receive their plaque.
Here come the captains to receive their plaque. Final score here, 4-3 in overtime for the Glenboro Carberry Balder Wildcats, bringing home the bronze medal. This has been Travis Longman for the Manitoba Sports Network, and we'll see you in about a half an hour for the gold medal game. Don't you dare miss it.